Welcome to today's video where we are going to touch on the power of purification. Been on our purification journey and just wanted to take a little bit of a deeper look at the benefits that can come from actually doing a purification or cleansing program. So the main purpose of doing any sort of program like this is really to combat the toxins that come into our body. This is something that I see every day in clinic, and one of the top things that when I mention having a toxic burden on the system, first question I get is, well, where am I getting toxins from? So these are going to come definitely from our foods. One of the things that's just incredible about America is that they have a terrible food system. And so we have chemicals that are coming into our food on a day-to-day basis that are even banned in other countries. We're going to be getting a tremendous amount of toxic burden from a lot of the foods that we're eating. Hopefully, as we've learned more about reading labels and being more aware of these things, that's starting to decrease. Also, there's toxins in our personal care products. So any makeups, lotions, soaps, shampoos, anything really that we're putting on our skin in any way is going to have some chemical burden on it. What a lot of people don't realize is that there are over 10,000 chemicals approved to go into our skincare products, our foods, all of those sorts of things here in America. So that's a lot of chemicals that we're coming in contact with. Also, things that we come in contact with in our house are detergents, our cleaning supplies, things down to the flame retardant on your couches. There's a crazy study that showed that flame retardant was showing up in women's breast milk just from what's being sprayed on your furniture. So a lot of times things you're not even thinking about are bringing a toxic burden into the system. Just going outside in the air we breathe. So no matter how you spin it, you're coming in contact with these toxins on a daily basis. But a lot of times we don't do very much to support our body in relieving that burden from the system. So that's when a purification program can come into play. So one of the main benefits of a purification program is that it's going to support the body's natural detoxification pathways. So really what this means, it's kind of like if you think of it as your car. We know that every, 3 to 4 months you need to get your oil changed because that's going to help support the filter. It's going to make sure that all your oil is running through clearly. It's going to ultimately sustain the life of your car and keep it running properly. Well, a purification program works very similarly, except for the body. Your liver and your kidneys and your small and large intestine are your main detoxification pathways. But if we're not doing anything to kind of reset, reboot, change that oil internally, then those toxins are going to build up and we're going to have breakdowns in the system. Some of the improvements that you can see when improving upon those pathways is you're going to help maintain a consistent healthy weight. Many people don't realize that one of the main functions of fat in the body is actually to store toxins. So when we're relieving that burden off the system, there actually is no longer a reason for a lot of those fat to form and those toxins to be stored, especially around the mid area. Definitely a toxic burden component to that. Encourages healthier lifestyle habits. No matter how long I've been doing this, there is always a human nature tendency to get lax after a while. And so every time you do a program like this where you kind of rededicate yourself to your health, just definitely is going to help encourage those healthier lifestyle habits to stay intact. More energy. Who does not want that? Improved digestion, better sleep quality, decrease aches and pains, definitely huge on inflammation, going to decrease the pains and aches in those joints and knees and shoulders, back pain. One of the cool things working in clinic doing this is that I'll have the chiropractors come to me and say, hey, I was working with this patient. They said they're doing your purification program, and I've had them adjust better than they've ever adjusted since they've been in, or they've held in this place better than they've ever held. And so it's really cool when you start seeing those connections between those aches and pains and that toxic burden on the system. And then keeping hormones in balance. That was one of the coolest things that I noticed when I first started doing a purification program, was the drastic way that my menstrual cycle improved, that my hormones began to balance, because your liver plays a big, big role in those things. So how often should we cleanse, and what does that kind of look like? So typically it's recommended to do a substantial body detoxification at least once per year if you're sustaining an overall healthy lifestyle. So my personal favorite is I like to do it at the beginning of the year each year, because after the holidays it is inevitable that my best intentions of healthy habits have gone downhill and I don't feel so great, and it just feels really, really good to get back on track and start working towards that. If you're consuming a higher concentration of processed foods or frequently coming in contact with the toxic environment due to work or things that you're taking in, 2 or 3 times per year can be recommended. So just kind of feeling out what feels best for you. You definitely notice a difference when you do a program like this, and so it's kind of getting a little more in tune with your body when you're feeling like you're needing to do something like that. Cool thing with looking at a purification program is there's various levels that you could work with your body and meet yourself wherever you're at. There's awesome 10-day programs that you can do. We've got a 10-day blood sugar program as well as a 10-day inflammation. The blood sugar program is going to be a combination of supplements and shakes. It's going to be a real practical introduction to purification. So the 10-day programs are great for someone that's never done this before and they're really nervous about it. They're not sure they want to do it. They're not sure how well they're going to be able to commit to it. So this just gives a real nice introduction to being able to build up that confidence and feel that difference around doing some sort of detoxification program. This one's specifically geared at really effectively addressing sugar cravings, energy, and blood sugar imbalance. One of the things that is so cool about these products and just working with food and diet in general is how powerful this can be. On this particular program, you would end the detox portion after 10 days, but you would continue on the blood sugar support. And I actually had a patient just reach out to me today letting me know that they had received the diagnosis of type 1 diabetes, which I'm not sure was a 100% accurate diagnosis. But either way, they were on quite a bit of insulin, and we really started working together with these 2 supplements specifically, a couple other things, and she wrote me today and essentially has almost completely come off of her insulin. We've gotten her blood sugar to balance out on their own. Her pancreas is coming back online. So just really, really incredible the things that can come about through these things. So just recognizing if you have a diagnosis like type 2 diabetes, or just know you're on the verge of that, pre-diabetic, there's so many things you can do to help naturally balance and support those areas of the body. 10-day inflammation program is going to be very similar, just a different gear or focus. Still a combination of supplements and shakes. Very practical introduction to purification. It's going to be effectively addressing inflammation, minor aches and pains, fatigue, joint stiffness. So if those are areas that are really your main complaint, this can be a great way to start. And then same thing, you discontinue the cleanse supplements after that 10 days, but you'd want to stay on those inflammation products for a bit longer to continue to reduce and get benefits in that way. Then you can get a little bit heavier, a heavier hitter. This is my very favorite program that we offer. It's the 21-day purification program. Also a combination of shakes and supplements. Definitely, hands down, I see the best comprehensive results with this program, but it also requires the most discipline. This one has the strictest diet, is going to be a little bit more hardcore, but you feel and see the benefits most definitely. Also gives you that 3-week period of time to really establish some of those healthier habits, which is really, really exciting. Eliminates meats on days 1 through 10 for effective digestive processing and restoration. So This is where that discipline comes into play. It's a little bit stricter on the diet for those first 10 days, and then you can add those meats back in, but it's just really focusing heavily on allowing the body to cleanse and detox during that time. And then it's going to promote those long-term lifestyle changes. The last program that we offer is the SP Detox Balance Program. The main pro to this program is that it is shakes only. So if you're not a tablet person, then this is a great way to go. The detoxification is increased by the amount of shakes you take each day. So in the first few days, you're only taking 1 shake, then you get up to 2 shakes, then you get up to 3 shakes for a period of time, and then you slowly decrease from that. It's a paleo-style diet, so definitely still encouraging healthy lifestyle habits, but not as strict as the 21-day purification program. Definitely the most feasible program if you're wanting to do a longer-term program. Has a lot less restrictions. You're only taking in shakes, so a little bit simpler approach to doing some sort of purification program. Also going to work on promoting long-term lifestyle changes because you're still cutting out those processed foods, still working on eating a whole food diet. So wanted to remind you as we're coming to the end of our 28-day purification program that for the month of February, it is 10% off all cleanse products. One of the other things to consider too is if you've done a program like this or you're just not positive, there's a couple other ways you can go about it. You can just purchase like the SP Cleanse and do a very mild, slow detox, where when you're doing a program like this, usually you're taking anywhere from 5 to 7 capsules 3 times a day, or you could just get a bottle of SP Cleanse and try it out at only 3 capsules 3 times a day. Or you could get this shake mix, the SP Complete, that is a mild detoxifier, and start incorporating that into the shakes you're doing. So there's a lot of different ways that we could cater this to just support you in starting a gradual detoxification process. Also in the month of February, if you purchase a 21 or 28-day purification program, now Cairo is giving you 2 free detoxifying sauna sessions. So really, really cool added benefit this month. And then any purchase of a 10-day purification program, you'll still receive 1 detoxifying sauna session. So again, a great way to really take advantage of this as you're making these lifestyle changes. Learning how to incorporate vegetables more, it just kind of helps take it to that next level of really detoxing and clearing the system. If you're not sure what program is right for you, you're a little bit hesitant on where to begin, maybe a little apprehensive, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can reach out to me through any of the platforms that we've been using, through email, Facebook. You can contact me directly, come into Now Cairo, all sorts of ways that I can help support you in kind of identifying what would be the best direction for you. So again, so excited that we've been doing this journey. It's been fun for me to interact with many of you. Hopefully it's been helpful for you in gaining a little more confidence in making these lifestyle changes. And if you're ready to take it to the next level, doing some sort of purification program can be an excellent way to continue your progress. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for joining me.